All right, what's the word, Cosmic Family? What's the word, y'all? So it's been a nice little minute since I actually, presented y'all a video, and I want to first and foremost say I apologize for that. Your boy, has finally moved into his own crib, right? And I thank the Most High for that, right? I thank the divine, I thank my ancestors, I thank my spirit guides, right? Because truthfully, we know that, I couldn't have done this alone. So, with that being said, I actually want to start something new on this YouTube, right? Particularly a series, right? A numerology series, right? I want to start from the beginning, right? Since the Most High has gave me a new start, right? I want to start from the beginning, right? I want to start my first video on, numerology, right? Particularly the meaning behind 111, 1111. And essentially just the core value and the meaning of the number one. All right, y'all. So I took some notes, right? Y'all always know that I like taking my notes and getting my, research and stuff like that in order. So I'm not just presenting y'all just, nonsense, right? And then number two, so I don't spiral out of control. But basically, the question is, what does one mean in numerology? One is a symbol for unity, right? So it is considered the ultimate angel number because it represents the beginning of everything, right? Think about how everything starts from, or how life itself started from one person, right? Think about how, you need one idea to create something, right? Think about how you need one male, you need one female to create a child, right? So one is the ultimate angel number, considering the fact that it is the beginning of everything, right? Of life itself. One is the number of creation. It represents the, one is the number one creation, right? Or number. One is the number of creation. It represents oneness, right? With the divine, right? The spark of life and new endeavors. And of course, as I just told you, I moved into, my new crib, right? With my homeboy, right? Best friend, my only one friend, right? So one is essentially just representing just the spark of all life, right? Oneness with the divine, right? And I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first video, so I am kind of nervous, right? Bear with me, Okay, so what's the difference between 111 and 1111? So basically the difference between 111 and 1111 is where you are in the process of the number one energy. And as we know, one symbolizes unity, right? One is considered a number of creation. It represents the divine spark of things, right? So essentially we would ask ourselves okay, so what phase would I be in, right? In a 111 energy, considering that one represents creation or a or a start of things, right? So we know that 111, right, added together equals 3, and we know that 3 represents change, growth, right? 3 represents actually learning your power, right? But on the other hand, 1111, right, is added up to 4. Is added up to 4, and 4 is basically representing grounded energy, right? Where all elements are present and the foundation has been built. It's more of the celebration and sentimentation, right? 111 means it's on the way, and 1111 means it's already here. Because as we know, 111, right, is 3. 3 represents change, growth, learning one's power, right? But when we add that other 1, making it 1111, that represents you actually arriving there, meaning that you are grounded, right? So numbers work in synergy, right? So basically, recap, right? In numerology, 1 is the number of beginnings, leadership, and self-power. It's that I'm starting something new type of energy. The core meaning of the number 1 energy is new beginnings and fresh starts, independence and individuality, leadership, initiative, and courage. creation, manifestation, forward motion, right? And as we know, right, there are levels to this. So one can also be looked at from a spiritual perspective, a mental perspective, and even a physical perspective. What I was just talking about was technically the physical perspective. So in spirituality, one represents divine spark or source energy. It's the moment that thought becomes reality. Alignment with purpose, right? The I am energy, right? One represents your alignment with purpose is the I am energy. One also has personality traits, right? And we associate these personality traits with like life path numbers, but that's like a whole nother video. So some of these personality traits, right, to represent the, number one, right, is strong-willed, driven, and original, right? As y'all know, I am a life path number 11, right? And a lot of things about me is original, even this video, right? It's not scripted. It's not even like a practice run. This is just me literally starting, right? Because if I try to go through and try to fix all the flaws and all the mistakes, then it's just like, it's not original at that point. And that's kind of how I operate, right? Being authentic, right? Being myself, right? Everything about me is original, but everything about me is love too. One also represents a natural leader and a trailblazer, right? A number one energy doesn't wait for permission about anything, right? And a lot of number ones can find themselves being impatient, right? About a lot of things, considering that one had to kind of carry out for all the other numbers, right? So the number one energy learns lessons around ego versus confidence, right? Ego is getting on this camera and trying to make everything look perfect, right? And then confidence is me knowing that I am presenting a message, right? It's actually taking confidence to actually do it, right? And, it's kind of just essentially just knowing the difference between being me because I'm confident to be me, or being me because I feel that people are watching, or I feel that I have to be perfect because people are watching X, Y, Z, right? Okay, so there is also a shadow side, right, to this energy of the number one, right? One imbalance, right? And we know that everything has poles, right? You have a higher self, you have a lower self, you have a negative one, you have a positive one, right? So some of these imbalances, right, are ego, right, impatience, and dominance, right? So basically, being the ego, you just literally just thinking about yourself. You just literally just kind of, maneuvering through life like it's just me and it's only me, right? That's having a real big sense of ego, right? Being impatient, like I just said, right? One's kind of had to set the foundation for every other number. So, we can often be impatient a lot too, right? Okay, so loneliness from doing it all alone, right? A lot of times, number one energies, right, or life path number ones can feel lonely from having to be the trailblazers, from having to be the ones to have to do it, right? On some real shit, like we had to actually, be the ones to initiate, right, the forward motion, right? We had to be the ones to do it ourselves because it wasn't like we had someone helping us, right? Like a number two energy, right? Okay, and then the last point for the shadow side of the number one energy is fear of asking for help, right? If you're a number one energy, you independent, right? You all about, just getting it yourself, right? You don't often really think like, oh, let me ask this person for help, or if I do ask for help, then they're going to try to, use it against me or something like that, right? But that's just kind of what number one energies do. Like I do this myself. I can look through my YouTube channel and like actually, see this, right? But yeah, I mean that's pretty much the one energy, right? For some reason I feel like I did this video so sloppy, right? But it's like I'm still gonna upload it, man, because I like, this is my first video, right? You have to keep it original while doing it first, right? When you being a trendsetter, a lot of times trendsetters don't even intentionally mean to make something pop the way that they do, right? They probably just had to wear this outfit, or they had to do that to, accommodate for something else, right? Like, we never know, right? But that's why it's so imperative that people be original, people be authentic when they do things, right? Everybody try to make everything so scripted, and it's like nothing is really original. Everything is a copy of a copy, right? Everybody trying to look like this, or everybody trying to look like that, right? You just have to just be yourself and trust yourself, essentially. But yeah, if you keep on seeing one, or the 111 energy, right, start the thing you've been thinking about, right? And that's the whole reason why I'm even making this video, because I've been thinking about doing this, right? And I can try to make everything seem so picture perfect, but then I'm not going to start, because you start procrastinating and X, Y, and Z, right? You just have to just do the thing, right? So start the thing you've been thinking about. Trust yourself, right? Trust yourself. Your thoughts are powerful at this time. And then step into the leadership of your own life, right? If you keep on seeing these numbers, step into the leadership of your own life. And again, just to keep it short, 1 means I begin, I lead, I create. God be at peace, Cosmic family. Ashe, ashe, ashe.